Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today we're making what I consider to be one of the most incredible pasta dishes we've ever done here on the show. We're talking a one-pot, no-chop vegetable pasta. Now the beauty of this recipe, just like the title states, it's a one-pot dish, meaning everything gets cooked in the same pan for a very easy cleanup at the end. And as for the no-chop, there's absolutely no cutting of any ingredients here, so you can put your knife and your cutting board away. Folks, we're talking a ton of great flavors, truly effortless to put together, and all done in about 30 minutes. All right, let's begin by getting our ingredients ready. I'm going to start by separating the cloves from one head of garlic. And then we'll twist each clove to easily remove the skins. Then we'll drain a can of black pitted olives into a fine sieve and shake off any of the excess liquid. The size of the can that I'm using is 6 ounces, which is 170 grams. We'll also add in 8 ounces of cherry tomatoes into a colander, which is 225 grams, and rinse them under some water. To make this recipe, you can also use canned diced tomatoes. I just prefer to use the cherry tomatoes as it gives this pasta dish a beautiful pop of freshness. And for the final ingredient, we'll add in 8 ounces of white mushrooms into a colander, which is 225 grams, and give them a quick rinse under some water. And once again, you just want to give them a quick rinse. If you go any longer, they're going to start absorbing the water. And we'll pat each one completely dry, making sure to remove any of the excess dirt. For the next step, let's start cooking our dish. I'm going to heat a large fry pan with a medium heat and add in a generous 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 35 milliliters. After a couple minutes, we'll add in the cloves of garlic and we'll mix them around continuously, that way they all evenly cook. After about 1 minute and the garlic is nice and fragrant, we'll add in the mushrooms. And we'll mix this continuously, that way the ingredients don't brown too quickly and they all evenly saute. After 4 to 5 minutes and the mushrooms are lightly sauteed, we'll add in the cherry tomatoes. And we'll continue to mix this and go for about 2 to 3 minutes here until the cherry tomatoes are lightly sauteed. Once the cherry tomatoes are lightly sauteed, once again between 2 to 3 minutes, we'll add in the black pitted olives and season everything with 1 teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is 2.5 grams, 1 teaspoon of dried parsley, which is 1 gram, half a teaspoon of dried thyme, which is half a gram, a pinch of sea salt, and some freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a gentle mix until everything's well mixed together. As always, the Spanish paprika I'm using is from Kiva, link where you can get some in the description box below, and if you buy it from that link, you also get 25% off your order. Then we'll add in half a cup of white wine, which is 120 milliliters. If wine is not your thing, you can substitute it for a couple of tablespoons of vinegar or even a squeeze of fresh lemon juice. And we'll give it a mix until it's well mixed together and then simmer it for a few minutes. After about 3 minutes and the alcohol has cooked off in the wine, I'm going to add in 3 cups of vegetable broth, which is 720 milliliters. You can use other liquids here, such as chicken broth, beef broth, or even water. Either way, link on how to make my homemade veggie broth in the description box below. And we'll turn it up to a high heat and give it a gentle mix. Once it comes to a boil, it's time to add in the pasta. For this recipe, I'm using rigatoni, but you can use whatever type of thick cut pasta you like. I'm going to measure out 2¼ cups, which is 8 ounces or 225 grams, and add it into the pan. And as always, you don't have to mix this around continuously, but do get it every 2 minutes or so, that way the pasta doesn't stick together and it all evenly cooks. After 8 to 9 minutes, you can see a lot of that broth has been absorbed by the pasta, but there's still plenty of liquid left. We'll place the lid on the pan and lower the fire to a low-medium heat, and we're going to simmer this between 2 to 4 minutes or until the pasta is just cooked al dente. Once the pasta is just cooked al dente, important to check the package instructions in the pasta that you're using. We'll remove the lid. Add in a handful of fresh mozzarella balls. You can use whatever kind of cheese you like here. And we'll place the lid back on the pan and turn off the heat and let it sit here for about 30 seconds. That way that cheese can slightly melt. Then we'll remove the pan from the stovetop. And we'll garnish with some fresh parsley. Check it out, our one pot, no chopped vegetable pasta is done. Super easy to make, such a gorgeous presentation, and all done in about 30 minutes. Let's give it a try and see how it turned out. Seriously folks, I am so excited to try this pasta dish as it smells so amazing in the kitchen, and it feels like I haven't even cooked today because it was so easy to make. Here we go. What an incredible flavor. It is absolutely delicious. And like I told you in the past, there's something magical about these one-pot pasta dishes. As it starts from the pasta stays in there, giving it the most incredible textures and flavors. You saw this truly effortless to put together. Done in about 30 minutes. Perfect for a busy weeknight, yet bold enough for an elegant, relaxed weekend lunch. Either way, make sure to serve it next to a crunchy baguette and a bottle of Spanish wine for the ultimate dining experience. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Juan Iturri, Rob Haskins, and Daniela Brandt. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. Enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.